Go boom, baby, boom, right, and shine like that light in the sky that rises every morning. We are so blessed to have that shine. It's your morning marijuana motivation time. This is Saint's Addiction. I'm Mark Saint. These are Saint Slides, and this is the morning motivation. I'm getting into it this morning, and you shall too. Oh man, if it isn't Mercury retrograde or chaotic control, I started to have an idea with Saint's Addiction, admitting my pettiness and my revenge and that I'm not perfect. Everybody wants to be perfect in this world, and there's no such thing as perfect, and no one is perfect. Let me roll my blunt this morning. Shout out to Royal Blunts, these are the homies. But this thing that's in between all of us, this between an extreme amount of discipline and an extreme amount of chaos is who you are, and that's what I considered Saint's Addiction. Let's dive in, shall we? Not for nothing, it's tough being a human. It's just tough being a human. You get all these emotions, you get no skill set, you get born helpless. Like, I'm literally watching the water buffaloes of the Serengeti last night, and these buffaloes can walk in minutes, in seconds. As soon as they're born, they can walk and carry miles and miles of hard work and walking and dusty roads to catch up with their parents who already have skinny, strong, long legs. Mm. And even if you had those skinny, strong, long legs, I got news for you. There's chaos coming your way. And it sucks because it's like you'll spend so much of your time, like, say you dieted for 3 months and you felt so good and you look so good and you're trying so hard, and then you meet like a bad boyfriend and it'll set you back 6 months. So you spent 3 months, and this isn't anyone's story, so I don't want anybody taking anything personally. I'm just making it as an example of how the human condition can have us focus so intently intently and what's the word, intensely, right, that I'm looking for, intently and intensely, that we won't ever get to see the whole dichotomy of who we are, right? That there we can be this really blessed person, we can be a person that's really big hearted. I got a big heart, but I also got a mean soul, and anybody, when I was talking to my homies, you can, oh, what, Saint said what? Well, fuck, man, I grew up that way. You want to ask about a man, talk about chaotic control, but not for nothing, motherfuckers don't give a shit, right? They just don't. Like, and it just starts getting on your fucking nerves. You know what I mean? Like, people and their chaotic control. Any other day, any other time, they could be doing something else with their time, making less fucking noise. Stop trying to be all about it when I'm trying to do my own fucking thing. It's all up in my ear right now, irritating me, but not for nothing, right? For some of us, right? We got shit going on in our lives where other people are going to be chaos and a distraction and no help, and you're going to have to be this person that's supposed to be Zen and Buddha and find your own way without them, around their chaos, around their bullshit. And welcome to the controlled chaos. Welcome to chaotic control that is your life, where some moments you're supposed to be full control of yourself, full control of your diet, your mind, your soul, your body, and everything else that you want out of your life. And then sometimes you just want to be free and in the moment and let things be the way that they are, or the way that they're supposed to be, and let the freedom feel free and let that sink in and be as free as you want to be. God forbid, right? But that's what I'm saying. That's what people do. People will come over and drill holes in your canoe. I got news for you, bro. It happened to me 3 times this morning. One was my friend calling me twice, 6:30, twice at 6:30 in the morning. Literally, I said I was up at 6:30 this morning getting calls from Finland. Now he might not have checked the world clock, but like, let's come on, bro, let's go. And then the other buddy who contacted me at 9:30 this morning, talking about, oh man, did you use my towel? It's all bleached and shit. And I was like, that's because I was scrubbing your toilet, bro. So if you scrub your own toilet, right, maybe you wouldn't have to do anything, or nobody else would have to do anything for you, right? Because you would have scrubbed your own toilet and you would have used your own towel. And this is the same guy that was complaining about me using boiling water with rags. Don't use those rags, man. Don't use those rags. And I'm writing this book. of all the weirdo shit I've had to go to, of people that I lived with, and how they, instead of thanking me for cleaning your fucking toilet, your nasty ass fucking toilet, and you're a grown ass man, you're over here trying to complain about your Bears towel because it's got bleach on it. It wouldn't have bleach on it if you did your job. Controlled chaos, right? You wouldn't be such a wreck if you believed in yourself, right? And a lot of these things are going to really shock you, as you are both the black and the white, right? Like, there'll be people that won't do shit, be lazy all week long, and then as soon as I'm doing the show, they're over here doing the dishes in my ear. Or how about the guy that's out here blowing the lawn in the morning, and I was just about to start the show, and he's like, you know, with the big fucking loud air things. You know what it is, bro. Chaos is around you all the time. Chaos is a part of our lives. And when I was doing it, you know, from the Chinese perspective, because it was the Chinese symbol for chaos. Before the beginning of great brilliance, there must be chaos. Before a brilliant person performs something great, they must look foolish to the crowd. And in that attempt, most of us can see how foolish we are. Just how dichotomy we are. Just the walking contradictions that we are. That we're like, oh yeah, girl, let's get that bag, man. Let's get that bag. And then as soon as it's time, we're spending the bag, right? Like, we can't wait to spend the money that we get. We have no self-discipline. We can't wait to eat anything we want. Like, I wanted cereal last night, and it's still beating up my stomach. I know I can't have lactose intolerant. I've been on the toilet this morning 6 different times, and guess what? It's still going to be that way. We are a walking contradiction. Here you are trying to be the best you can be all the time, and then there you are being as lazy as you can be most of the time. Here we are trying to chase love, but we don't even know what we want from our partners. Here we are constantly trying to buy something else because we don't want to focus on ourselves. We'll fucking go time and time immemorial, again and again, drilling holes in our own canoe, wondering why things aren't working out in our favor. Why aren't things? Why aren't you putting away the dishes when I'm not live on the phone? Right? Letting the fucking sink go crazy for months, years, and now all of a sudden you all up in my ear. Why all of a sudden when I'm doing the show, motherfuckers are doing the 9 o'clock, I gotta blow and do it right underneath the balcony and do their things. You know, there's going to be chaos. There are going to be people in your life that are going to say that they love you and that you're soulmates. That won't be true too. And maybe it's you saying the same things. Maybe you really did feel that way in that moment with that person and said, man, this is something real. And then find out that it isn't as real. Find out that your friends really aren't your friends and they're really just trying to fucking circumvent their shit. How many people you know like that? How many people you know like that they are constantly got drama in their lives, but they don't know why? How many people you know that they don't know how much of an energy force field they have, but they keep letting it out on other people? You know, there's so much of us that we don't get to see, and that's why I said controlled chaos, because at any moment you could be horny. At any moment you could be angry. At any moment you could be sad. At any moment you can be glad. And then you're stuck in this whole human, what do we call this? The skeleton, this whole human experience, this meat skeleton that we all are driving around to, and multiple times the skeleton stops being meat and starts becoming emotion, and the next thing you know, you're doing all sorts of crazy shit because of your emotion. I just had my buddy who they thought he was drinking and driving. Thank God he wasn't, but you know, he was tired and he fucking fell asleep at the wheel. So did my cousin, I think, unfortunately. Maybe it was her, she's gotten too much heart rate and shit like that. Maybe that's what ended up happening to her. But she fainted also behind the wheel, and it's just like too much is too much energy. You know what I mean? Like, too much is too much, and it always will be too much. And that's why you have to identify with yourself what is enough. What is this thing that I'm pushing around? Am I getting tired behind the wheel? Am I pushing too hard? Have I been trying to treat myself like a fucking robot for too long, and then I'm pressing myself to do things that I don't normally wouldn't necessarily do? And then you're going over too much over your own canoe. You know what I mean? And there we are. We'll do those things. We'll do that super focus. And for the next 6 months, I'm going to eat nothing but lentils and try to become a robot version of myself. I'll get up early. I'll work out. I'll eat right. You know, I'll try to command this thing called my body. And what's really chaotic about it is we don't have as much control as we'd like. You know, the places that we live, the people that we're born to, the situations that we're in, usually above our own design, but you'll be surprised how much of it isn't. You'll be surprised about how much of confusion that you were like, dude, I just gonna, you get up in the morning, I'm not gonna drink anymore. That guy that shows up is not the same guy at 10 a.m. as he is at 10 p.m. when all of a sudden he starts drinking again, where he feels like he's the life of the party and needs a little bit of alcohol and needs people to fucking get their shit done. And that's just what it is. And then my girlfriend wants to call me. Well, she didn't answer before I had the show, and then after the show didn't want to answer. And there it is. I told her, see, that's your stupid timing. You missing your cue. You know what I mean? You're missing your cue in life to be disciplined and pick up the phone when it's ringing, and then you want the opportunity to be ringing for you when you're ready, and that's what it is. Your shower timing is incredible. And I was like, yeah, I wanted to see your tits while you were in the shower. Now you're out. Now I'm on my show, and the day's gonna go on without you. And that's what I told her. I said, see how you are. You're gonna be like going to bed early, and then you're going to miss my call in the morning, and then the day's going to start, and then you're going to miss me for a full 24 hours because of your chaotic timing. And most people don't want to pull their fucking heads out of their ass. Nobody wants to sit in a tribunal and say, okay, this is because of my own chaos. This is because of my own decisions. This is the shit I'd be doing to myself. And most people don't want to go there. They don't want to go there. They don't want to be like, oh shit, I'm a product of my environment, and I probably wouldn't be so violent if it wasn't for my father. True story, bro. I wouldn't be that kind of violent, right? I wouldn't see that kind of ability to cut people off and not have any concerns about it. I had to look into my own reality and not jump into the reality of chaos and drama and llamas, right? I went and looked into it, and I said, okay, yeah, this is a little bit petty. Putting up my ex's butt photo after we broke up. Yeah, I can get that. But it was also my way of saying kiss my ass and put that in the past. This is just what I was doing. For other people, they wanted to interpret it. They wanted to blow it up. Bless up, by the way. You didn't have permission. You didn't have consent. And I said, absolutely, she gave me consent. She totally told me I could post that photo. But then consent changes, and this is where the confusion happens, right? This chaotic confusion that you are under some assumption that you have control over other people. Or you want to see if you can control them with a response. Maybe you want to see that you can bait them with as much bullshit as you serve them. And that's why I had to tell my homies, I was like, yo, bro, don't be fucking blowing up my spot at 8 o'clock in the morning, before 8 o'clock in the morning. That's just not right. You know what I mean? Your stuff is there and your friend is there, but my friend's not even up right now. So how are you going to force the bank to open faster than it's going to be open? It won't happen. And if you're in Hawaii, really organized chaos, right? In Hawaii, they still have CPT time, color people time. They still have island time. Even the bank might not even open on time. And you have to do a bank transfer and things on time, and things have to be accurate. It might not be accurate. And this is the chaos that I'm talking about. It's so weird to be saintly, have a big heart, but then have revenge with my ex. And then it's so weird to have be abused and be beaten and be an aggressive person and know that life is going to be that way with me. The reason I'm having this conversation is because it's such a trip, especially my friend just getting out of jail. And his dad's like, all he can do is go to the army. That's the best thing he could do for you guys. And it was just like, there are people that will kick you when you're down. Oh, yeah. They'll probably even be your family, too. It's weird. It's like his dad almost never wanted to have him, had him when he was 40, and now that he's had him, he's trying to pawn him off to the army. It's crazy how much all we needed was a little bit of love from our parents, and we wouldn't be so screwed. The amount of discipline is cool when everybody wants to look at it that way. I told you they were blowing the thing out there, and I waited for them to go the other side of the building, by the way. But this is that control chaos where people are going to try to come around you at 6:30 a.m. from Finland, 7 a.m. from 7 a.m. from Ohio, and 9 a.m. from Vegas complaining about his towel. And I just looked at all of them and I said, bro, don't do that. Don't get impatient. I don't care how excited you are. 8 o'clock is still 8 o'clock and people aren't up even if you're excited. Calling me, trying to wake me up. I wouldn't do that to you, right? And that's what started to happen to me. I started seeing my friends use me, right? I post that I'm meeting Mark Echo for the second time. My ex-best friend is over there trying to drill holes in the canoe, posting about I got a car, like it was about him. It had nothing to do with him, right? It had to do with me and what I was going through in my post, right? Some people, they can't wait to make it about them, right? Leave that in my DMs. Leave that on your post. Leave that on your page. This is my time to shine. And what did he do? He made it more egotistical. Call me. Why can't you call me? And then I started to see that I was in a pattern. I was in some kind of chaotic control that I let this fool be abusive. I allowed him to be my best friend. I allowed him to talk to me any certain which way, and now I don't. And the other one that wants to talk about parasites and have 15 different boyfriends and play all the dudes to get what she wants, she stopped playing me. I got nothing for you. I got no time for you. I got no effort for you, and I got no money for you. But before, I would give up my money, energy, attention, and time so readily. I couldn't wait to hear all about your problems, then bitch about my problems, and let you bitch about your problems. Go back and forth, pass the microphone, go, you bitch, I'll bitch, you bitch, I'll bitch. And it didn't make me feel any better. There's no control to that chaos. And even if you try to control it, eventually you'll come out chaotic. Have you ever tried to control your ADHD? I'll wait. Right? Have you ever tried to not be goofy? Right? Have you ever been that kind of person where you were like, oh, I'm not goofy, I'm a straight lace. I don't have any kinky sides. And I just started to realize it's a matter of time. You're gonna go tick 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 and get bored, then get horny, then go do something crazy, and then go back to discipline. And if that isn't the definition of addiction, I don't know what else is. Motherfuckers be sitting around, be like, I'm bored. Starts hitting the weed. Weed starts turning into an art project. Art project never gets completed. Then you say you're always going to be disciplined. Then you got high. Then nothing happened. And then you wonder why you look around at your things and you go, well, why hasn't anything changed? Because you haven't changed. That fucking sucks. That reality, that coming to Jesus, I said, I wonder if anybody would ever, they don't want to sit there and see that they've been causing their own problems. Nobody wants to sit there and look themselves in the mirror and be like, damn, dog, it is me. I'm the reason these things are happening. It was my decisions. And if I wasn't so lonely in that moment, if I wasn't so desperate, this wouldn't have happened. But here we are. We have to have conversations a little more truer about this chaotic control that we are all going through. We like to wear these masks in front of everybody, but you're one moment, one phone call, one situation from being all fucked off. I promise you. You could have the call of your life and like, oh, your mom died. Your day's gonna change. Or, hey, you won $1 million. Your whole attitude's going to change. And the fact that we can change our attitudes and change at any moment lets me know that that energy is possible. It lets me know that it's tap-inable. Like at any moment, I can change my mood. At any moment, I can distract myself. At any moment, I can fixate on something else. And that's Saint's addiction. Literally, bro, that was me going like, oh, shit, dude, like, let me go get Mark Echo a t-shirt instead of fucking around with this ex-girlfriend. You know what I mean, bro? Trying to jump into them and make a mountain out of a molehill, and it's only one photo, and it's all this drama, and it's all this energy, and I couldn't wait to protect. What do they say? Not deflect, when they detach. What do you call it? There's a whole thing where you want to detach, not wear it. There's something like that where you disengage, right? Like you don't personalize it anymore. You start catching these little bullets out of the air and then you're going like, that's not for me. That's not even gonna kill me, bro. Like it said something this morning about like, be aware of somebody that's not afraid of being alone and already had their heart broken and already had their soul ripped out and still living. They say don't trust anything that bleeds for a week and lives. That's what I feel about girls. Don't discount a motherfucker that's been through the shit. I got news for you, bro. I'm built from this shit, and it's unfortunate. All my abortions, all my prisons, all my jail sentences, all my times I've been homeless, all the times I've been broke, all the times I've been lowly, crying, and heartbroken, built me. That makes me dangerous. And I'm controlled chaos like you, right? This is the Saint's addiction. At any moment, I could be free at last out there in Burning Man going fucking balls out with God knows what kind of drugs and what kind of girl doing God knows what. You know, like all my friends are Burning Man, Burning Man, Burning Man. And I was like, yeah, you're paying to get your rocks off. Me, I make my rocks go off. Every day I make my rocks go off somehow, some way, doing either like sighting now or impressing myself with showing up even though I was sick, or making something happen from nothing. I want to show myself the magic. You know what I mean? I don't need to rely on a show to show me the magic. I don't need to rely on external validation to let myself know that I was man enough. When she walked out and went on a Harley with someone else, I said, "You forgot your stuff. Bitch, I don't give a shit how hot you are. You should have left with him. You forgot to move. You didn't just leave. You forgot to move." And I packed her stuff. And I don't think she's ever been rejected before. I think she thought she could run off with some other dude for 4 or 5 days and not say nothing. I was just like, haha, no. And by the way, haha, I was already fucking somebody else. Replace him, right? And I'm on the other case where it's like, why am I that way? You know, why am I so don't chase, replace? Well, because I had something better going. I had someone younger and less complicated and more sex and more fun, and maybe she isn't as exotic as you, but guess what, dude? She's more real than you. She got real body parts. She don't know, fucking nose job, boob job, tit job, back job. I'm not sure, chin job, facelift. The fuck, dude? Get a fucking a mood job. You know, that's what I want to see people do. Control that chaotic energy you got, and then I'll be impressed. And that's what we all do. We want to see them focused and run the fucking marathon real quick, and the sprint, and they're controlled chaos. Everything's flowing around. The time's on the clock. You got to fucking perform now. We love watching that shit. We love watching Tom Brady go back and throw a fucking touchdown even though a fucking 350 pound linebacker was hitting him. We love to fucking participate in life in general, to see things work and come to fruition. We love being near each other. We've noticed that too. Something about being near each other, bro, we get off on. We get off on the energy, sexual energy, intellectual energy, curious energy. That's why we keep showing up to the cafes. Otherwise, we'd stay home. But we're not robots. We're not vacuums. We're this chaotic energy that wants to go out disciplined. How many of us wake up saints, start juicing, brushing our teeth, meditating, and go to bed sinners, masturbating, drinking, and shaking our ass on the dance floor? I had one of these reliable models. It's so funny. Once you got a list of 100 women, you get to track these things, right? My life's falling apart. And I felt, oh man, let me help her out, right? So her gig is that she is good at the complaining, right? She's good. She's good at being Bambi and batting her eyes and please, I can't help myself. She helped herself to the fucking nightclub that night, shaking her booty. Her friend did a whole reel, and the whole time the girl was shaking her ass, and I was just like, I remember when I used to do that kind of decisions. More like busted, but like you can't help people that don't want to help themselves. If they think that they're happy is getting drunk with their friends, feeling free, getting freaky in the hot tub after, you'll keep chasing that. Little fucking weird humans that we are, our chaotic energy, where we'll chase these things that we know aren't good for us, and we'll chase them repeatedly. So it's not just me, this isn't just mostly Saints. It's all Saints. And fuck the All Saints brand. I'm coming for your head, Saints brand. Yeah. So, like, you looked at it and you just go, okay, that's what it is. You are the type of person that hurts yourself. You're the type of person that wants other people to hurt. And by the time I wanted to spread the rumors and keep it going and share screenshots, I just caught myself. Like the one time before, I was like, I wasn't going to pick up the phone because if I knew I'd be engaged for the next 2-3 hours, I could have been like, oop, I missed the call. I got better shit to do. And we're all deceitful, right? We're all manipulative. You got anybody that's trying to pretend like they're not, they're lying to you and themselves. Like, watch yourself, bro. Watch yourself turn into the halo in the morning and turn into the demon at night. And watch what wins. Watch if you go to sleep with your halo on or your horns. Chaotic control. I mean, we watch each other get pissed off in the fucking DMV line. We'll fucking honk our horns and exhibit our teeth through our cars. We'll fucking get road rage. I've literally seen monkeys with fucking sharp fangs on trying to mimic them right now. Like 3 or 4 of those fuckers in Thailand, they weren't afraid of me. I had to go back, get some rocks and a stick, and outsmart these monkeys. But are we smarter than the monkeys? Usually not. That's why it's chaotic control, because if not, if you're not dressed up and demure and all that kind of shit, right? If you're not putting on your Sunday's best, the same motherfuckers that go to it, first name, last name, the teeth, aka Hurley Gates, baby. Yeah. Bro, you know that these people going to church are the same people that are honking their horns in the parking lot after, bro. They just went done praising somebody they don't even know, and then they're arguing with the people they do know. And then we know that they are the most abusive. They are the biggest covert narcissists. They put up that big of a front showing up every Sunday because they probably beat their wives. You know, and that's what it is. This is a big cover up. I think Saints Addiction was me just pulling the full face mask off, just how real I had to be with myself. This controlled chaos, this chaotic thing that follows me sometimes. Sometimes I go from the highest highs to the lowest lows, and maybe it is bipolar. Maybe I am manic depressive like my mother. Maybe I am as egotistical as my father. Uh, Maybe I'm just like my father, too cold. You know, like I need a Prince song right now. You know, and then that was just it. That's all of us. I think we all marvel at it. Throwing on the fucking radio, and it's your favorite song turned into the song that reminds you of her or him, whoever, you know, and then you're in the human experience. There you were having a good old motherfucking time, right? And guess what ended up happening? Yeah, I'll wait. Guess what ends up happening? Life happens. And that's the biggest game going. You're in the middle of your life and you're in this chaotic control. Part of it is you. Part of it is you, that you get a control, that my hand's going up and when the lighter lights, and then some of it comes out of the blue. Like, why are you narcissistically attacking me? Why'd you choose me? Why didn't you pick somebody else? You know what I mean? You could have pulled that shit with somebody else, bro. Not this boy. Not someone that already lost a child. I want all my babies. And I'm not just trying to be Kendrick Lamar, bro. I want all my babies. And I've been thinking crazy thoughts like maybe I need to go back to my exes and knock them up. I've had crazy thoughts that maybe if I talk to my ex's ex, I can get answers. The results are still the same. And even my ex that made me want to peel my face off still makes comments that are out of pocket. So I lived this human experience with you, right? Bill Munich Prince mashup, bro. Yeah, I needed a Prince fucking slow motion video right now. I live this human experience with all of us. This energy. Thank you. One minute you're driving down the road, next minute you're in a car accident, or they're in a car accident, and you feel the chaos around you. I can draw the symbol in Chinese. But yeah, before something brilliant happens, usually something chaotic happens. And even if it's in nature and deforestation, it's going to happen. And you're going to have to get into this life and in your own world and make it happen. And you know, I'm all about the make it happen, Captain. I'm letting you know that this is a Donkey Kong of a game where there are barrels on fire coming down your way, and you're literally trying to go up a ladder and reach the princess. And it's not just the game anymore. The decisions you made are really important, and then sometimes you don't give a fuck what they are. Sometimes you just want to be on drugs and free and feel that feeling again. And I know what that's like too. So, you know, balls to the wall, shake that ass, girl. Do what you got to do, but it all comes to the light. That's the only thing I can see of the whole chaotic control is like you can't stay too long in your control, right? And you can't stay too long in your chaos, but it ebbs and flows. There's more yin and yang than we perceive, I think. It's mostly Saints all day. I think it's going to be my biggest brand while I'm calling shots. You know, everybody knows their halo and horn. They might not show it to you, they might not even show it to themselves, right? But I promise you, you have the full spectrum of human emotions. You're going to get to see them all, unfortunately. And hopefully you don't spend too much time on some of the ones that most of us don't like in the suffering. And hopefully you get to move more towards happiness. That would be a Saints Addiction move, right? Get your Saints brand on, light up the world. Let's do some donations. Be a saint and donate, and let's fix topics, bro. I'm all about fixing topics, and I won't stop till I fix this topic. So, on my heart from the start, boy, Marky saying peace and love, and as always, Chigaton, Saint Slides, and like, share, subscribe. I don't know where you're at in the world. Thanks for getting in this. I appreciate it, bro. And then when we're done, we're going to make some more shirts. You're coming out. Um, a bird over here. There's shirts coming out. And ideas taking flight. I'm feeling all right, and everything's gonna be all right. What the fuck, these birds, dude? Life's a trip. Life is a trip. Trip in your life and of your life. That's my morning motivation. If you got anything out of this, go ahead, like, share, and subscribe. But I'll see you on the other side. And it literally is the other side of your fear. It literally is the other side of your excuses, and it is literally the other side of the world. And I'm living proof. Yeah, bro. Like that. I think of it like that. I control chaos when I throw my chaotic ass around the world and it makes it back. Just how blessed I am. And no matter how chaotic it gets, I'm going to stay blessed. And that feels okay with me. That's my center. That's my homeostasis. So I share that. And that's on my heart from the start. And I'm grateful for it. And I'm grateful for you guys' time. Go enjoy your time and do something with your time on this planet.